we're just gonna jump right into the tutorial, starting off by priming our skin with our Hard Candy Coconut Water Primer. We're just going to apply that and then pat that in with our fingers. This is nice and moisturizing. Next, we're going to use another primer. This is the Milani Prime Light Primer, just for a little extra glow. Now for our foundation, we're going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, again in the shade Nude Ivory. This is a little too light for me right now. I am self-tan. I know you can't really tell in this video. The lighting is still a little too bright. I'm working on adjusting that, but this is going to do what we need it to do. The best thing about makeup is that you can always make it work no matter what. We're just going to blend that in with my Real Techniques blending sponge, and until that's nice and perfect on the skin the way we want it to be, and make sure you get right in your eyes. Next, we're going to conceal. This is the Rimmel Match Perfect Concealer. I can't remember what shade this is. I think this is in the shade Light. We're just going to paint that all over the face like normal. I'm going to focus this under in a triangle shape underneath the eyes, focusing on the edges of my nose and then highlighting the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then we're going to blend that with my Real Techniques blending sponge once again. I actually really like this concealer. It's the perfect consistency. Now we're going to bake with my NYX Smooth Skin Translucent Powder. Just going to dip my sponge in, the same one we used to blend, and pat that underneath the under eyes. Just pack that powder on right where we want our makeup to be bulletproof. Now while that bakes, we're going to fill in the brows. This is the NYX Brow Powder Pencil. I picked this up at Ulta recently. I love this because I've been using a powder lately to fill in my brows. So when I saw this, I thought this was really interesting. This is in the shade Brunette. And I actually really love this. It provides the softness of a powder with the precision of a pencil. And I do really like that. It's so easy to use, and I get the soft brow that I want without fussing with a brow palette and a brush. I love this product, and the shade matches me perfectly. They do have a really wide shade range of their brow products, I will give them that. And the spoolie is really nice. I really like this. It's super precise, and I'm really happy with it. This was a good pick. I highly recommend this. Now I'm going to brush off that bake with a big fluffy powder brush and bring that all over where I want to set. Now I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm going in with my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Tan Lines. I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush just to start that off in the crease. I'm going to focus it on the outer V of my eye first and then start to bring it in, and dip my brush in as often as I need to build up intensity and blend. And just blend as much as possible. Deposit the most product on the outer V of your eye and then bring it in as you begin to blend and want to disperse the product into the inner part of the eye. And just go in with as much product as you need, a little at a time. You can always add eyeshadow, but it's much harder to take it away. So always start in the outer corner and then bring it in, and then you will avoid looking like you got punched. Now I'm going in with a much smaller blending brush. I'm going in with the Makeup Geek shadow in the shade Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to start this on the outer V of the eye like always. Really build up that color right there and then bring it in, but keep it low in the crease. Like, you don't want to bring it above that tan line shadow that we used. So build up that eyeshadow on the outer V and then slowly bring it in. Now we're going to blend some more. So just to make sure those colors are perfectly seamless, we're just going to blend. Now I'm going in with this NYX pigment in the shade, I don't know what color this is, Vermouth. And I'm just going to pat this all over the lid. with a flat shader brush. This is a really big shader brush actually, but does what I need it to do. Just pat that all over the eyelid, build it up as much as possible to get the intensity that you desire. This is a beautiful forest green. As soon as I saw this, I was immediately drawn to it. Now we're just gonna go back in with one of those transition shades. I think this is the brown actually, and we're going to blend that pigment so we don't have any harsh lines. Any look like this is going to start off looking really weird, so it all really relies on blending after you apply the color. So now we're just going to build up that cocoa bear brown on the outer V and bring it in, build it up, and then blend it in. As you can see, it's getting really intense and smoky, and that green is looking less weird as we go. So slowly apply and then blend inward to make that green fit in. And just repeat until it looks the way you want it to. See how weird that other eye looks compared to the first eye that we did? It's the magic of blending. So just apply color on the outer V, pack it on, stipple it a little bit so you get as much color info as possible, and then just blend it inwards to make that green pigment blend with the transition shades. But make sure you don't bring it up. Like, you don't want to move that green upward because then it's going to look weird and muddy. Just keep the color precise and just blend carefully. And bring that into the inner corner of the eye. Gonna take that handy dandy Sigma E40 again and blend some more, just to soften those edges and make sure we don't have any harsh lines. And I pretty much blend after every step because it just makes my look more flawless. Gonna intensify the color on the center of the eyelid a little more and blend a little more. Now I'm going in with another NYX pigment, and this is in the shade Vegas Baby, and I'm just going to apply this in the inner corner of my eyes just for a little more. This look is going to be doing the most. I'm just saying, like, when I was choosing the products for this look, I was like, I want to do something ridiculous. So here we are. And now I'm going in with this Vivid Brights cream color by NYX also, and this is in the shade Pillow Talk, and I'm going to use this to draw my wing. This is a beautiful dusty grayed out lilac color. I'm obsessed with this. I want to do another look with this so bad just because I love the color. And I love this as an eyeliner. And I just wanted to do something really out of the box. I was so sick of black wings. So here I am, adding this purple wing to my green eye. Now we're going to tightline. You can use any black kohl eyeliner for this. This one is by Beauty For Real. Just tightline real quick. And now we're going to apply some mascara. I think this is Runway Lashes by Milani, or Trifecta Lash. I'm not sure. It's by Milani. It comes in a green tube. Just apply a quick coat of mascara, just so our lashes will blend with our falsies. You always want your lashes to blend, but you don't want to always curl because that might make your falsies harder to apply. So, brow gel, and now we're gonna go back in with that Tan Lines eyeshadow and then start on our lower lash line. So, we also added that same kohl liner to the waterline. So now we're going to take Tan Lines and Cocoa Bear and just blend that waterline out, that lash line out, making sure that it is nice and smoky. We're going to bring it down as far as we want, and we're going to make it touch the base of that wing, that Pillow Talk cream color wing. So just blend that out as much as you possibly can. alternating with those two shades, Cocoa Bear and Tan Lines by Makeup Geek. Any warm brown will do. Tons of drugstore palettes have warm colors like this. Makeup Geek's eyeshadows are $6 a piece, but you have to buy them online. Now we're gonna coat our bottom lashes with some mascara. Ugly mascara face. And now we're going in with our falsies. These are by Violet Voss in the shade Sexy and I Know It. Or not in the shade, in the style Sexy and I Know It. We're just going to pop those on. These have a really thick band, so they're kind of hard to apply, but the end result is totally gorgeous and worth it. They're just so thick and full and dramatic, and they're so beautiful. So now we're going to bronze the face. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. I'm going to apply the product with a dense powder brush. I'm going to apply the product precisely where I want it with the dense brush, and then I'm going to blend it out with a fluffy powder brush. So apply and then blend. I like this technique because it helps my bronzer not look muddy or dirty on my cheeks. It's kind of like a soft contour as opposed to a really sharp constructed contour. So I get the warmth that I want on my skin, but it doesn't look dirty. It's very precise. So now I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush and now blend that out so there are no harsh lines and I get the more bronzed soft look that I want. Now I'm going in with that gold shade in by Makeup Geek. I will tag it down below. I can't remember the name, and just use that to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And now I'm going in with my highlight. This is the Strobelight powder in Afterglow by Milani, and I'm just going to do the most with this highlighter. I'm going to apply it under my brow, on my cheekbones, on the bridge of my nose, and above my eyebrows, just to bring the most light I possibly can to my face, because I want this look to do the absolute most. Now I'm going in with my lip color. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips lipstick in the shade Kim KW. This is the most beautiful creamy nude I've ever used, and this is hands down my favorite lipstick. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Wow. Now we're just going to set that with my Pixie Glow Mist, take my hair down, and there you have it. This is my dramatic forest fairy look. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you!